Hello and welcome to the Z Hut. I'm Jay, and today we're going to take a look at the IIT Holesaw Set. Now, I was trying to cut a hole earlier, and I was using one of these old El Cheapo multi-hole saw thing that cost like $3 when I bought it, I think maybe $4. And it just wasn't cutting it, and I don't really, use these a lot, but I'm like, I need to upgrade, because when I do want to cut a hole, I don't want to be spending all day. So I went up to Unclaimed Freight. Once again, I normally don't buy a lot of tools there, but, when it's something I'm only going to be using a few times a year, and something like this, I mean, alright, I'm going to go ahead and get the cheaper thing. As you can see, I paid $9.98 for it, so $10 and a few cents with tax. Right next to this for 11 something, they had the one by Grip, and it was the same thing. The only difference was this picture right here. This insert was different, and the case, the plastic, was a different color. It was the exact same case, exact everything. Even the package was the same. It just had a different name, and the color of the box was different colored plastic. It was 100% the same. So whether you're going to get the IIT or the Grip, this unboxing, review, and test should cover both, because I would have to say they were probably both made in the same factory. In IIT stuff, it's made in China and it's packaged for IIT. And was that Illinois Industrial Tools? That's what that stands for. But then there's Grip, and there's some other cheap tool distributors, and they'll just have their own brand name put on it. But all right, well, let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, check out what comes in there, what kind of instructions it has. Then we're going to test it out. I've got a piece of wood, I got my cordless drill. We're going to see how good this works. I'm sure I'm not even going to bother showing you this thing trying to work, because it just kept falling apart. I've had this for probably 5-6 years. This actually, when I'm done, I don't know if I'm going to throw it in a scrap pile or throw it in a parts. I'll probably throw it in a parts pile for now, for like welding stuff and building things. It's never going to be used as a hole saw again, I can tell you that. But those, I'd usually use it once or twice a year. I have been starting, use it maybe, come to a point where I could use it a few more times a year, but still ain't worth buying the super expensive one. Let's go ahead and open this up instead of a razor blade. I think we're going to try this. All right. Hey, there we go. Everything came out. There's what we have. I was kind of hoping there'd be some instructions in there. But I'm assuming it must be pretty straightforward to figure out how this works. I wonder why they didn't just put them together in there. Oh well. Alright, well, nothing looks broke or damaged. I don't know what the difference between them two. Okay, they're just difference in size, so I imagine you put a smaller drill bit into this one. So once again, that's what would have been kind of nice if they had some kind of instructions with this. It's not the end of the world, but still, I'll do as if I'll look up online if I have any problems. But all right, so we've got, this is a 16 piece. All right, so pull it out here. We have a 5-inch or 127 millimeter, 4-inch or 102 millimeter, 3.5 or 89 millimeter. Hey, this stuff's oiled up pretty good, so it didn't rust. What's this? A 3-inch or 76 millimeter, 2.5 or 64 millimeter, 2-inch or was it say 51 millimeter, 1 3/4 or 44 millimeter, 1 1/4 or 32 millimeter. And what's this one? 7/8 or 22 millimeter. And in here we have a 1.5 or 38, a 1 1/4 or 20, and 3/4. Didn't we have a 3/4 over here? Oh, it was 7/8. Okay, my bad. All right, so that's what we have for the sizes. Go ahead and put them all back together. All right. Well, the build quality doesn't look too bad. Let's see, I'm going to grab this one out, take a look at. It's got some thickness to it. It's actual real metal. I don't think they'd be making these out of plastic, but all right. It seems sharp. There is one tooth here that looks like it's damaged. They don't look to be the straightest in the world. Let me trick another one. Yeah. None of the other ones appear to have that. That isn't a super big issue. I can take a file and fix that. It's not a big problem. All right. So build quality, I mean, you're getting what you're paying for. It's $10 and some change roughly, all depending where you go. Now what I'm wondering is how this goes together. I imagine. So we want the one with the drill bit. Now what this is for, I have no idea. I've never used one of these. I've used these bigger ones before, but they were built permanently with a drill bit on each one. A Makita or something like that. Let's grab, we'll grab the 2-inch. So now this lines up to that for something. Okay. This, all right, it appears that comes out. That goes on there like that. And that screws on there. What I'm kind of wondering is what is this supposed to be for? That's why it would be nice there's instructions. I'll probably look it up later, but hey, if you know what that's for, leave a comment in the description below. I'll probably forget after I look it up to leave that in there. But looks like I can hand tighten that good enough. Yeah, that's not for tightening that. I don't know, is it a stop? No, it wouldn't be, because that would... Yeah, they've all got the hole pattern for... You got me what that's for. It says nothing... Let's see here. It just includes 12 carbon steel hole saws, 2 arbors, Allen key, and stabilization frame. Alright, I wonder for the bigger ones if that's to put in there to add some stability. That might be what that is. Alright, well, if I'm wrong, leave a comment in the description below. But hey, let's get moving on here. Let's test one of these out and see. Oh, that hit the floor. No big deal, though. And got oil on the pretty picture. Check the box. All the box closes. Ain't the greatest, but, well, I'll probably just throw that away. That's useless. Is that... Well, it's supposed to snap in there, but it don't. Would have been nice if they gave you a drill bit for that one. I wonder what the difference is. But all right, what I have here is we're going to test it out now and see how good these work. So I got a block of wood. I put something so I can hold on to it so it ain't spinning and jerking. What we're going to do is we're going to cut a hole in this piece of plywood. Got my trusty Black & Decker. It looks like it's fairly straight when it spins. That looks more like a metal bit than a wood bit. That's funny. You know, they are off, just off slightly. There is a little wobble. Clear that hole out. It's cutting. I mean, it seems to be cutting better than that other hole saw I have does. As you can see, it is wobbling. All right, I'm almost through. I mean, you are getting what you pay for, but it looks like it's going to do the job. And my battery, yeah, I should have charged it first. I don't know, maybe that stabilization bar helps to keep from getting that wobble. Almost through. If I had my corded drill, I would probably already be through because that has more torque and spins faster. This is just a 14.4 volt Black & Decker, and the battery's almost dead, so that don't help. That's not through. That's got to be through. Huh, albeit it's not. This definitely would work better with my corded drill. Sorry I forgot to charge the battery, but it is still cutting pretty good. I mean, it's definitely cutting way better than my other hole saw junk one I had. Now, it's not the arbor that's bent. I'm looking at it while it's spinning. The hole saw itself isn't quite 100% straight. So maybe that stabilization bar on there would help it not wobble as much. Matter of fact, you know what? Before we finish cutting that hole, why don't we put that on there and find out if that helps? Ooh, a little warm, but not too bad. Just making sure the drill bit's not loose. So that goes like that, I'm imagining. Goes on there. Get on there. There we go. Let me grab. Let's see. I've got a. There we go. I grabbed an adjustable wrench. I got the toolbox just right behind me. There, let me give that a little torque down. Maybe this will help it run smoother. Oops. All right, let's try this again. See if that stabilizer bar thingy helps. No, that doesn't really do anything. That is pretty much through. I'm not sure why it's not popping out. It's being stubborn. You know, if I wasn't filming this right now, this would have went right through there. The battery wouldn't have went dead. Everything would have been fine. But you know what? You turn the camera on and everything happens. That's how it works though, right? Alright, it came out. Alright, let's take a look at the quality of the hole. It does wobble a little, but I have to say, the hole is pretty good. Let me see if I got a ruler here. This cheesy thing should work. It's just the slightest over, not quite a 16, more like a 32nd over, and this is a 2-inch, so it's about 2 and a 32nd. So that's probably caused by that little bit of wobble. I'm sure not all of them wobble as bad. I mean, like I said, this kit was like $10 and some change. You're getting what you pay for, but for the price, it works. The build quality isn't horrible. I mean, there's one of them I noticed I'm going to have to fix a tooth. The rest of them look fine. It could use some instructions. So out of a scale of 0 to 10, I'm going to give this about a 7. If it would have had decent instructions, I might have gave it an 8. 9 I'm not going to give unless I really like it, and 10 is very rare, especially on a cheapo tool like this. We're going to go 7, and it's mostly due to the cost, and it works. And if you're not need to drill holes all the time, it's going to work. I needed to drill some holes and some PVC for another upcoming video, and this thing would not have done it. It would have just wrecked what I was going to be trying to drill the hole in. This should be fine. I'll actually be using it on my drill press when I do that, not using... And the drill press will probably work a lot better in my cordless drill. And yeah, I'm sorry the battery wasn't charged up. I thought it was. But, alright. Not horrible. Alright, so I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm going to start working on drilling the holes in the PVC for that future project I'm going to be doing a video on. So, alright, I'll just show you. There's the plug we cut out of there. Alright, well, with that, I think we'll just go ahead and wrap this video up. Like I said, out of a 0 to 10, I'll give this a 7. And that's pushing it on the 7, but I might have went a little higher if they would have gave instructions. It's IIT. You get stuff made in China and they translate to English. Sometimes stuff doesn't even make sense. So maybe they did us a favor by not putting instructions in there. All right. So with that, give us a thumbs up if you found the information useful. Really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day. And, well, remember, have fun building.